there is one little thing that you can do in that moment. I'm very grateful that I'm a year older. I felt like, oh, I want this. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, actually, today is my birthday. I turned 23 today, and this video is basically about certain things that I've learned over the course of my 23 years of existence. I wouldn't really say that I've learned in the last 1 year, because I knew some of these things before I turned 23, or I knew some of these things before the last 1 year. But I'll just say that I hope you guys can hear me. I'm in church. I am not with a mic here, but I hope you guys can hear me. So I'm just basically going to be talking about these things. But if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. Please subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you get a notification whenever I put up a video, and like this video and leave a comment in the comment section. So I would start talking about the things that I want to talk about, because I don't want the video to be very long. So yeah, happy birthday to me first of all. I'm very grateful that I'm a year older. God has been very, very good to me. That doesn't mean that sometimes I've not struggled with certain things and felt like God is not even being good to me sometimes, but in the end, He has actually been very good to me, and I'm very grateful for that. Even when I don't know it, even when I don't see it, He has actually been very good to me. He's constantly good to me, and I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, these are some of the things that I've learned over the course of 23 years. Now, one of those things is you have all that you need to grow. Now, one thing that I started to desire as I grew older, or let me say as I became an adult. Please ignore the voice in the background. I'm in church, so people are moving up and down and going on with their activities. So one of the things that I desired as I started to grow up an adult is to grow, to have value, to find myself, to basically become something better, to learn and all of that. And there were certain times that I felt like, oh, I want this thing, but I don't have what it takes to get that thing, or I don't have what I need to get that thing. Now I'm going to cite an example. At some point, I wanted to bake. I discovered that I love to bake a lot, like I enjoyed baking. And I discovered that from the desire to make money. I wanted to make money. I wanted to basically not totally depend on my siblings or my parents to provide my every need. So I started looking for jobs. And I got some, but I knew that I couldn't continue those jobs. So at some point I dropped. And in that period, I was often advised that the best thing I could do for myself in that phase of my life was to acquire a skill that, if I have, can give me money at any point. At that point, I actually didn't have money to acquire any skill, or I thought I didn't have money to acquire any skill. So this is what I did. I thought of baking one day. I see people supply chin-chin to malams around. So I just thought that I could make chin-chin, I could supply to malams around. And I did not have a rolling pin. I did not have a cutter. But growing up, my mom used to make chin-chin during Christmas, and we didn't have rolling pins or cutters. We used to use bottle and kitchen knife. And so I found a big bottle that I could use to roll my dough. And then I got kitchen knives from the kitchen. And that was how I started making chin-chin. And gradually, I got my equipment to make chin-chin easier. Gradually, I saved up some money and also got assistance from my loved ones, people around me, to go for the training that I completed in the first vlog on my YouTube channel. Now, if I had sat down and felt helpless and felt like, oh, I don't have money, I don't do this, I don't do that, I would, if I dwelled on that, I would never have come up with the idea that I can start making changes. I can try to supply my arms. So a lot of times when we desire growth or when we desire certain things, maybe we do not have enough to take us to the final destination or to help us actualize the picture that we have in our head. But if we think deeply and we look carefully, we'll find out that there is one little thing that you can do in that moment that will take you, even if it is just a step closer to that thing that you want to learn, that thing that you want to achieve, that thing that you want to gain. Once you find out what that is, act upon it, do it, and gradually you are going to grow. Gradually, you are going to get to that place that you want to get to. When I started, I only knew how to make change. In fact, I didn't even know how to make change. I just mixed things actually, and when I finished baking, it came out nice. And then I didn't even know the recipe I used. So I had to sit down and try to just approximate it to make the next batch. And then gradually I got measuring cups. And then gradually I got a skill. And then gradually I learned how to make cakes. And I'm going to learn how to make a lot of other things. I'm going to be an amazing baker. But it all started from just using bottle and kitchen knife to mix flour and sugar and butter, and in ratios that I wasn't even sure about. But I knew that I'd seen my mom do it, and I just did it, and I sold it, and I made profits and did another batch. I even borrowed 5,000 naira from my brother to make the first batch of chin chin. And after I made it, I paid him back. I had some profits. The profit was not enough to make another batch, so I still borrowed some money to add to my profit and make another one. Gradually, I paid off everything. I had enough capital to start to run my business on my own, and even saved from it to pay for a baking training. So really, we don't need everything to start something. If you desire to start something, if you desire to learn something, if you desire to have a skill, start where you are, start with what you have, and gradually you get there. So my second point is the same thing. Learn to make do with all that you have to get to the next phase of your life. So that's just a summary of everything that I just explained. Now, my second point is this: you never stop figuring out your life or finding yourself. So one thing that I also wanted to do, like as I started to understand life, was to figure out my life. What do I want to be? What do I want? Who do I want to be? But one thing that I have also realized is that at every phase in my life, when I discover this part of myself and I'm like, I think I like this. I think I want to be this. I think I want to do this. As I go on with life, I discover another part of myself that I didn't know about before. So this is what I'll say. When you know this part of yourself, work with that part of yourself. Don't wait to figure out everything about your life, everything about where you want to get to, everything about who you want to be, everything about what you want. The little that you know at that point, in fact, if you do not even know anything, act on the nothing that you know. And by that, seek to know more, read books, go out, socialize, ask questions, do that much, and that's fine until you find something, until you discover something about yourself that you feel like, I want to take this a bit further. And then you take that a bit further, and gradually you continue to figure out who you really are or what you really want. And sincerely, I feel or I think that you would, till the day you die, you will continue to find interesting parts of yourself. You'll continue to discover interesting part of yourself. So please do not wait to figure out everything about yourself, who you want to be, what you want, blah, 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 until you start to make moves or until you start to build yourself or form a personality or build something for yourself. Basically, the little about yourself that you know, build something around that. And that little will help you to know the next thing, or help you to discover the next thing about yourself that you want to know or that you need to know to make something out of your life. I hope that makes sense. So I hope that I communicated that message right. So the third thing is, sometimes all you have is yourself and God. That's another thing that I've learned. So I've gone through some, hard phases, and I felt very alone, even though I had people around me. Actually, I had support, I had people to cry to, but I felt alone at those times because even though I had them to cry to, I knew that they could not solve those problems for me. So because of that, I felt alone. And um, the truth is, it's okay to feel like that. Hmm? There are certain times that is just how you feel. But knowing that it is okay to feel like that, like all I have right now is myself and God, is a step to helping you navigate that phase. Do not get anxious or do not get fed up or just give up or get frustrated and angry because you feel like nobody understands me right now. Nobody can help me right now. Nobody gets it. Nobody sees it. Nobody what. The fact that you are aware of how you feel, you are aware of the situation, and you know that you have God. That if you are a person that believes in God and things, I believe in God very well. I'm a very strong God person. Yes, my faith is in God alone, in my everything. So yeah, so knowing basically that this is the situation I am in now, and all I have is myself and God, is enough. Don't kill yourself about it. Don't kill yourself, because don't stress yourself. That's enough stress actually. So don't worry too much about it. Just do the best that you can do, and allow God and allow yourself and time to work those things out, to solve those things, to break those things down, and you gradually overcome them. Don't let those problems or those situations or those times drown you, because the truth is that you will get through that phase. You would find a way out. Eventually you might actually get help from somebody, somehow you might figure it out, you might be inspired to do something. Anything could happen, but the truth is that that would not be the end. Even though you feel alone, you feel like nobody understands you, you feel like whatever is going on, that phase will pass and you will be fine, and you'll be happy and you'll be strong, and you will come back to that phase again in the future when something else comes up. So I've just learned that it's just something that comes up sometimes and it will pass. It's a hard phase, but it will pass. And I've learned to have accepted that it is normal. So these are some of the things that I've learned in the course of my 23 years of living that I would like to share, or that I feel like I understand enough to talk about now. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys, I hope you didn't get confused at some point. If you have any questions about any of the things that I've said, please feel free to ask your questions in the comment section, and I will be excited. I'll be very happy to answer as much as I can, or even do more research to have good answers for you or helpful information for you. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to even share it to anybody that you know that it would be of help to. I love you guys very, very much. Until my next video, take care of yourself. Bye. And happy birthday to me once again. Bye, guys. Have you started?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'll try to. Look at the most beautiful girl. That's her birthday today. Wonderful person with a big heart, full of love. The celebrant of the day.
Bye. Bye. Bye, bye.